Okay, now we'll be seeing about compressing of files, processes, top, nice command and renice command. Alright, so let us go into that picture. So let us see about compression. There are many ways of compressing. We'll see about two of them. One is gzip, the other is bzip2. Alright, so what I have done is let me remove up okay, okay, what I did is I copied this smb.conf file from etc directory. So the command I used for that is cp /etc samba smb.conf to the current directory, kept a dot and hit on enter. So that smb.conf came over to my current directory. Okay, after that what I did is I renamed this particular file and made it into another file called original. Okay, so let us see about the compression. So the first compression type is gzip. Okay, gzip followed by the file name and hit on enter. So when you hit ll, you could see that this particular file is compressed to around 6K. 6K is compressed and the resulting file is only 3 KB. Okay, the original file is this much. I have made it into original because we can easily make it a comparison. So to unzip it, I have to put GUN. So you can call it as gunzip or G unzip. So it's called as G unzip followed by smb.conf.gz. Hit on enter, ll. Now the file is inflated back to its original size. So next is I am going to do bzip2. Okay, followed by smb.conf, hit on enter, ll. Here you can see that using bzip the file size is compressed even more. So with gzip it's 3705, but with bzip2 it has compressed to 3685. Okay, now to unzip it I have to put bun zip2. Okay, smb.conf.bzip2, ll. Now the file is inflated back to its original size. Alright, now let us see about processes. Okay, anything which runs inside the Linux has a process and a process ID associated with it. Right, now ps is used to list all the processes which are which are currently displayed on the terminal. So the terminal itself is running, so that command is bash. Okay, that process ID is this one, and I have used this particular command called ps over here right now, and that process ID is 11040. Okay, so if I were to open up another terminal, okay, and run something inside it, probably that find command, you remember that? So that is find something in /size which is in greater than 100M. Hit on enter and quickly go there and hit up arrow and hit enter. Okay, so if you have to see the processes which are running on a different terminal, okay, you need to hit on ps-a. Alright, so let me hit on enter here, quickly run back there, hit enter. Oops, I was not quick enough. Let me do it once again. ps-a, enter. Okay, so that the find command is running on a different terminal, okay, with a different process ID as well. So that's for that. Then I can use ps-x for showing all the hidden processes and ps-u for showing all the user processes. Okay, so I have opened two shells, okay, this one and this one. So it shows that pts/2 for that bash, another bash, okay, and so on. I can actually mix all these things, ps-aux also. So now we'll see about killing a process. So to kill a process we can type pkill or kill command. Okay, after that we may or may not give a signal for that killing, then we should either give process name when we give pkill command, or when we give kill command we have to issue the process ID. Okay, here we can see that I have shown the process ID of the second terminal. Just watch the second terminal, that will disappear when I try to kill it. So if you see this PTS2, okay, that has a process ID of 11046. I'm going to kill that right now. Kill 11046. Hit on enter. Strange, did not disappear yet. So let me see if it's still there. PS-U. Okay, that is still there. I'm not sure why it is not disappearing. So what I could do is, this is genome terminal, right? So I have to find out that genome terminal to get that killed actually. So let that one I can find in the top command. Alright, I need to find something called, that's the one, genome terminal. What's the process ID? It's 11005, right? View. Okay, I have to kill 11005, and there are lots of chances that I may be killing my own terminal here. Gone. So all the genome terminals have disappeared. So that is for killing. Then I can also show pkill. Okay, let me open up Firefox, start a new session. Okay, I have opened up Firefox right now. I can use a command called pgrep Firefox to find out the process ID of Firefox. Firefox is down here. I'm going to kill pkill using pkill Firefox. Enter. So Firefox has disappeared from the tab below. So that's how you use kill and pkill. Then top command will provide us the real-time view of system tasks. Okay, so I can show the top command over here. So this currently shows the load average on my processor for the last 5 seconds, 1 minute and 5 minutes. Then it shows the process ID, username, the CPU usage, the memory consumption, the command which is used, and so on. What I could do in this particular scenario is I can kill from within the top command as well. So if I have to kill, okay, let me open up Firefox once again for the job. Okay, start a new session, go back there. Okay, Firefox is behind this window. Okay, right, so see where is Firefox. Okay, Firefox is in the 4th line, 11179. So I have to issue the command K. Okay, 11179. Hit on enter. What is the signal? Let it be 15. So Firefox disappeared, right? So that is how I can kill using top command. Now we will be seeing about nice and renice. Nice and renice are the ways by which we can control the resource utilization of a particular process in Linux. Okay, I'll repeat, it is the way by which we can control the resource utilization of a particular process inside Linux. Okay, so we can start a particular process using nice command if we know that that particular process needs a certain amount of resources, right? So the nice value actually ranges from -20 to +19. If we give -20, it will assign the highest priority. If we assign +19, it will assign the lowest priority for that system. Alright, let me open up a new terminal. Alright, so let me just open up okay, before opening up Firefox, let me open up just Firefox once over here. Start a new session, open up my terminal. Here you can see that the nice value for Firefox is 0, NI value. Alright, so let me close this Firefox. Okay, now I am going to open Firefox in the command line, using the command line with a different nice value. So nice is the command. Let me put 10 Firefox. Hit on enter. Oops, sorry, no such file or directory. I have to give the path probably. Okay, so it does exist in my path. Hit on enter. Okay, so in this particular stuff, Firefox is opened up and it's running with a nice value of 10. Alright, let me go back there and see this. Okay, there is a value of 10 over here for Firefox. Okay, you saw that, right? So if I want to renize that particular value, I can do it right here, or I can choose to see what is the Firefox value. Where is Firefox? Yeah, it is there. Oops, it's disappeared. Okay, what I can do is I can use the pgrep command right now. Okay, let me hit Ctrl Shift T. Okay, pgrep Firefox. So that is the process ID. So I'll try to renize that particular value of Firefox to what? From 10 to 15 probably. 11273. Hit on enter. So the new priority is set from 10 to 15 right now. Okay, if I go back there, Firefox is down here. Oops, disappeared. I cannot see Firefox. I could open up Firefox, wiggle it around, then I will be able to see Firefox on the top corner. So that Firefox is on the top and the nice value is 15 over here. Nice value is 15 for Firefox. Alright, so it has changed. That's how you change nice value, and you can do the same thing within your top command itself. So you just need to spot out Firefox. Okay, so see the PID, it's 112. Where's Firefox? Oh, I already have the process ID. So hit R. Okay, what is the stuff which I need to renize? It's 11273. What is the renized value going to be? Hit on 1, hit on enter. So it's telling permission denied. Certain times it does tell permission denied, but at other times it does allow me to renize the value properly. Right, with that nicing and renizing has come to an end. Then client commands. Okay, so here SSH actually is a command which is used for client, is used to connect to an SSH server. Okay, which gives us secure remote login capabilities. Then SSH SCP is used to securely copy a file. The command which we use is SCP followed by an options, then the source, then the destination. Alright, we'll see these in detail in later videos, but I'm just telling it just for the sake of it right now. Right, then jobs. These jobs is something which will enable us to push something to the background and pull it back into the foreground. Okay, let me hit on Q. Let me ping local host. Okay, I'm pinging the local host right now. If I were to press Ctrl Z, I have pushed the pinging command into the background, but the process is still running. Okay, if I have to see all the processes which are running in the background, I need to, okay, let me hit top command as well. Hit Ctrl Z once again. Okay, let me hit clear. So you think that those two commands are disappeared, but it's still running. I can find that with the help of jobs. Okay, it's telling that command, if I hit FG, bring to foreground number 1, it will show me the ping. Let me hit Ctrl C and stop it completely. And if I were to hit jobs once again and hit FG, bring to foreground number 2, my top command is here. I need to hit on Q and exit right now, so that I have shown the jobs command, how to use the jobs command. Okay, now let me show certain shortcuts. Right, so hit up arrow. So if I were to hit Ctrl A, my cursor moves to the beginning of the command, Ctrl E to the end of the command. If I were to hit Control U, it will delete whatever things which are there to the left of my cursor, and if I hit Control K, now it will do to the right of my cursor. Okay, and if I were to be on the desktop and hit Control Shift and N, it will create a new folder for me. Okay, I'm going to delete up that folder. I don't want that over there. Okay, with this compressing the files, process, stop and renice, and nice values are completed. If you have any feedback, do forward it to my mail ID bala150985@gmail.com. Thanks a lot for viewing this video. Bye bye.